In the 1920s, it was a record time for stocks in the general standard living. In just over a period of 4 years, stocks tripled. The effect of the stock market crash led to the Great Depression, which was high unemployment. Between unemployment, bank failures, home foreclosures, breadlines, and soup kitchens were very popular due to poverty. Droughts found upon farmland across the Midwest caused failure for farmers. The time of the Dust Bowl was when sandstorms swept across the land, which affected the Okies for days at a time. After burning the shanty towns, Douglas MacArthur led the Bonus Army, who were a group of 15,000 veterans who marched along Washington demanding their payments that were promised to them after World War I. The government decided not to pay bonuses, causing Americans to outrage and blame Hoover. Many people were involved both during the Great Depression and the New Deal. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, FDR, and his wife, also known as the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, were in presidency during the time of the New Deal. In response to the Supreme Court striking down New Deal programs, FDR proposed a reform bill of 1937, also known as the Court Packing Plan. The Court Packing Plan's purpose was to obtain previous rulings that had ruled unconstitutional. Due to popular opinion, no justice and death of legislation Senate, the Court Packing Plan failed. Other people involved during this time were Dorothea Lange, Huey Long, and Mary McLeod Bethune. Dorothea Lange, American photographer, was known for capturing images during the Great Depression. Although assassinated in 1935, Senator Huey Long wanted to share the wealth. By doing so, he was an outspoken Democrat and left-wing politician who spoke out on spending and taxes. Mary McLeod Bethune was an educator and early civil rights leader who began a school later, which later then turned into a university. Because of the widespread damage done during the Depression, many things during the New Deal were put into place to reassure people to get them back on their own 2 feet. One being the Social Security Act. The Social Security Act reformed its people and gave money to states for aid toward dependent children, with established unemployment insurance through a payroll deduction to set up pensions for when old-age people retired. The Tennessee Valley Authority, TVA, was established to help the most hit areas during the Depression, such as Tennessee, West Virginia areas. Job availabilities came for the flood control and hydroelectricity. Because of high employment, the Civilian Conservation Corps, also known as the CCC, purpose was to relieve people and give outdoor work to unemployed men between the ages of 17 and 29. These men received wages up to $30 per hour, and only $22 went back toward the family. With banking systems failing and trying to get steady again, the FDIC reassured its people that banks would insure personal deposits up to $250,000. As a result, the federal banking system being restructured, the National Housing Act was passed. This legislation created the Federal Housing Administration, the FHA, with the intent to regulate interest rates and mortgage terms on the loans that it insured. The agency purchased mortgages and insured them, allowing banks to turn around and make another loan without putting out substantial capital of its own. In all, during this time in American history, the views of the American supporters and opponents depended on social rank and personal interest and opinion. If people agreed and supported FDR or not in this time of presidency, it was trying to reconstruct America after the Great Depression.